backpacking, which isn't too often lately. I like to use this little Esbit titanium stand. I can just put my GSI Minimalist up there with a little bit of foil windscreen and heat up water, get it to a boil for dehydrated meals and coffee, and that's about it. That's all it's really designed for. Super small, super light. You can see folded up. Like I said, it weighs, I don't know, not much at all. So that's my go-to when I go backpacking, just for weight savings right there. And then I also, on occasion, will use this. It's a DIY alcohol burner made by Intense Angler. John gave me this years ago. Gave me a few of them, actually. And this thing really rips. I mean, it's awesome. It gets water to a boil really fast. And you can set your pot right on top of it, so you don't need a separate stand. Even though on occasion I do put a ring of hardwood cloth around it to get my pot up. Give it a little bit of a more wider base. But yeah, and the reason for this video today is I've always heard and talked about the classic Trangia alcohol burner, and so I picked one up. And the main reason I picked it up is the fact that it does have this simmering, as opposed to this, which, don't get me wrong, I love this stove. This is just on or off. It's like ripping really like a jet, or it's off. And you can't really simmer with this of any kind. You can't really simmer at all with this. So I kind of was looking for something that I could simmer and potentially dry bake in. So with this Trangia, this isn't a knockoff. It's one of the original Trangias, which is cool. It's got this little simmer ring, as you can see, that slides and adjusts. And you can also use it to snuff out the flame, which is another good thing. Is with this, I've gotten pretty good at guessing how much fuel it takes to heat up 2 cups of water, so I don't really waste much. But a lot of times I'll end up just burning it out, so I don't have to try to dump it back in the container. You know, it's kind of a wasteful thing to do. This thing, it's got a rubber. Here, I'll show you. It's got a rubber gasket that's up on the underside of the lid there, so you can actually leave fuel in here if you don't use it all. Snuff it out with this, and then put the cap on, and you can carry it away. So yeah, 2 reasons I got it. Maybe save a little fuel. Not that it's that expensive, but a little more conscious of that. And you can carry fuel in it, which is kind of convenient. And the simmer ring for cooking noodles or anything that takes more than just, you know, a rip-roaring flame, if you will. So to go along with that, you can't set a pot on top of this, because it'll go out. It won't do that, because these jets fire like up top like this. So you have to have a pot stand. So I picked up this to go along with the it's an Esbit burner windscreen combination kind of thing. Here, let me get in better position here. Sorry. Here we go. So this is a little carry pouch for this Esbit windscreen pot stand combination kind of thing. See, it's even got a little cutout here for an Esbit cube. And all this thing is some stainless steel that you simply put together like so. Pretty easy. And you snap this end together. There you go. So it acts as a pot stand as well as a windscreen, and this little flat piece just goes up, and see these little slots here, right here. Those kind of hold the edge if you were to burn, an Nesbit cube in there, sits in there. So that's pretty cool. But also those little slots also accommodate a Trangia burner or the Esbit burner. Same thing, it goes in the bottom like this or the top. Doesn't think it matters. First time I've done this, so I've not even burned the stove yet once. So there you go. The little lip fits in there. And it supports the stove in there. So yeah, let me get this thing fired up and we'll cook some lunch out here on a beautiful day at the reservoir. Just absolutely gorgeous, mid-70s. Midweek, so nobody's out here. There's some kind of crane right there sticking his head up. Can you see it? I'm going to zoom in. Behind that rock. See his head? Some kind of crane or duck. Can't really tell. See it? Pretty interesting. Yeah, it looks like a great blue heron. I can only see from the head and a few inches of its neck. Just watching me. Alright, we'll keep an eye on him. So alright, let's get this thing going and I'll be back with you in a minute. There we go. Nice. One thing about this Simmering is, in order to use it inside that windscreen pot stand, it can only be opened maybe like that much in order to fit down inside this. But that's cool. That's awesome. Well, that's good too. I can actually, it actually supports my larger cold steel or cold handle pan. That's really cool. I didn't know if it was going to be able to support it, but yeah, it's not bad. You can see the Simmering in there. That's awesome. Looks like I got some company for lunch. peppers and onions. That's awesome. I wish you could smell that. The simmering on. Yeah. So this opens up a lot of possibilities now for cooking. I'm thinking more canoe camping than backpacking. I don't think I'd bring that Trangia and that hot stand backpacking. It's just a little heavy, but yeah, for canoe camping as an alternative to the emberlit wood stove, yeah, this is going to be a nice addition to the cook kit for sure. I could see myself making some muffins, baking some muffins with that. I put in a little over an ounce and a half of fuel and it's still going strong. I was able to cook that sausage and I'm softening up those vegetables right now for lunch. And yeah, I couldn't be happier. That's awesome. Really cool. All right, I'll be back with you in a minute. Yeah, nice flaky roll. That's gonna be good. So guys, another thing I've been playing around with this summer is this gravity system I put together, water filtration system, and you can buy these all set up, you know, with all the parts you need. I already had some tubing. I already had the original Sawyer squeeze, really good flow rate, and I already had this 2-liter platypus here. So what I did is I just bought this little converter for, it snugly fits inside any kind of bottle. It also has a wider part that you can put like on an Nalgene. So I just ordered that on Amazon. Like I said, I already had this 2-liter bag. And you can see the flow rate. It's going really well. And this, again, I already had the Sawyer squeeze, the original. And what this is a platypus, they call it the dirty bag. It's got a nice wide Ziploc opening up top with this strap with a cinch buckle, and you know, an outlet on it that you just put a male end of a hose into this quick release deal here. And yeah, so I just went down and got 2 liters of water out of the reservoir, and you can see it's getting filtered. and working out good. So yeah, while I eat my sandwich, I'm gonna make myself a nice sausage, pepper, and onion sandwich right now. And by the time that's done filtering, I'll have 2 liters of clean water. Kind of nice. Kind of beats pumping and squeezing and all that stuff, in my opinion. Again, I wouldn't do this backpacking, but for canoe camping, I think I'm going to be using that from now on. I like it. I like it a lot. Can you see that? Oh, man. Really good, folks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.